Nuclear weapons are faker than space, and a nuclear weapon was never dropped.
Hi, this idiot thinks nukes don't exist. Now I know you haven't spent a lot of time outside the jungle, Tarzan, but that's no excuse to make shit up online. He argues that there's no evidence of nukes and that they were never dropped on Japan. Not only is this just very disrespectful to the Japanese, but we actually have a lot of evidence that this happened. Firstly, when we're discussing the existence of nukes, the aftermath of the New Mexico Trinity bomb test, which was the first nuclear bomb test, can actually still be seen today. Because it was detonated above a desert, the immense heat of the atomic reaction actually turned a lot of the surrounding sand in the desert into glass. Something that you wouldn't really expect if you threw down any other bomb of that era. He actually theorizes that the attacks on Hiroshima and Nagasaki could have been firebombing similar to that of Tokyo. But the napalm that was used in the firebombings would not have left trace amounts of radioactive cesium in the soil like we can find today in both Nagasaki and Hiroshima. But if there's still radioactive substance, wouldn't the area be uninhabitable? No! Because nukes don't actually create the nuclear fallout we associate with places like Chernobyl. And it really makes sense if you think about it a little. I mean, Little Boy and Fat Man, the bombs that were dropped, were made to create a lot of damage very fast in the form of gamma rays and short-lasting radioactive byproducts. And considering that these byproducts only have a half-life of a few days, and gamma rays are, well, rays, you actually don't end up having that much radioactive material left over, as your byproducts are at their core different from places like Chernobyl. Think about it this way. A nuclear bomb will use all of its fuel immediately with varying efficiency. A nuclear power plant, on the other hand, will maximize efficiency while not taking in as much fuel. And this is great for us because that means that the nuclear power plants don't blow up every time we use them. But when it comes to radioactivity, this means that the fuel which is the most radioactive, U-235, is gone in atomic bombing as soon as the bomb explodes, but is spread out in a reactor failure like in Chernobyl. If we add on top of this that both of the bombs were detonated mid-air, spreading out a lot of the radiation and material that was created, then obviously in a few years Hiroshima and Nagasaki would be inhabitable again, while places like Chernobyl aren't. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah,